I just fucking with you.
You just fucked it up right now.
Anyway,
How many times I gotta tell y'all save it for the pod? Y'all never fucking listen.
we are.
You know what I mean?
It just didn't
I
happen.
think it caught it. So,
It's just Nico's world.
yes, sir.
Well.
It's another motherfucking Cactus Boys podcast. What the fuck is up? This is your boy Nico.
It's your boy Izzy.
What was my name last week? What was it again?
It was Matt.
No, it was Mike? No, what was it?
I don't know.
Whatever y'all call
Tyler.
me. Whatever y'all call me.
Chris.
Just leave it at that. It's anonymous.
You do look like a Chris.
Fuck out of here.
Mufasa.
This nigga. Yo.
Ali. New name.
The Mufasa's gonna hit
Chris
different
Ali?
because I know something now. I just thought about something that happened over the weekend, so let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
All right.
You know,
Hopefully the person that knows what I'm talking about doesn't watch this either. So.
Moses means Mohammed in Arab.
Ooh.
So can they call you Mo?
That was spooky.
Yeah, no, you gotta.
Hold on.
You stupid.
That was spooky.
So now can you? There you go. That's
That's what you wanted?
Shit.
That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, that's what I
you
wanted. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that shit long.
I know. You didn't even deserve half of that.
Yeah, take
Thank
that
you. Yeah,
shit
thank you. Yeah, take your own shit out.
Oh,
Goddamn.
God.
Yo, who's the asshole to put that on there?
You got to start out shit talking, huh?
You damn right, because it's gonna be a lot of it this podcast. So,
Shit.
Nicolas, let's just get this shit out the way. Fam.
Hell no.
According to you, you went on the trip of a lifetime. Now, I'm gonna just tell you what me and Israel saw, and then you can tell us what you saw. So when me and Israel saw was just a lot of water. It was a lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
It was a lot of looking at Gomez like I wanted that, and then
pause.
And then it was a lot of what is it?
Eating ice cream.
Yeah, eating ice cream, just being
when it was
unhealthy.
cold as fuck.
Yeah, just a lot.
Like, come on.
Where were the tings? Like what was the shit that where was the woes? Like there was nothing. I didn't get any of that from you.
I didn't go for the women.
I thought you were
went to
gonna
go
be
sightseeing.
I thought you were gonna be hanging out with Drake and shit like that. That's what you
Yeah.
said.
I'm here now with him. What do you mean?
God damn it.
Fuck you mean?
You're right. I'll give. You know what? Here you go. Well, it's a little low, but there
That's
you go.
fine,
That's
that's
how you
fine,
get. That's
that's
how you get. That's how you get.
That's all I need. I need this mo and that's it. You know, this is the only Drake I need in my life. Pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not allowed. It's too early in the podcast.
Oh, you
Can't-
right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, bro. I went to Canada. That shit was chill. There
Yeah.
wasn't a whole lot of things, but nah. I mean, we went during the week,
There's a
so
whole lot of walking though.
dog, tell me about it.
Yo,
Hella.
did it ever occur to you that it would have been a good idea to rent a car out there?
Or an Uber.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the city, bro. So it's like,
City boys.
yeah, we just pretty much walked everywhere.
Listen,
Everything was walking
As soon
distance.
as you said that fucking Party Next Door song came to me. I'm from the city. Yo,
Tell me why I was just bumping that shit yesterday.
I would have bumped that out. Yo, I felt like low key.
He needs to drop an album.
Me being out there, no, that's facts. Me, if I were out there, I feel like listening to all that music that we've gone for over the years, but listening it there, I don't know why. I feel like
It hit different.
It would, yeah. That's what I would assume. You know what I mean? Like you listen to like Future instead of fucking in Phoenix, Arizona. You listen to it in Atlanta, when
It's
you
a
know
whole
what the fuck
different
you're talking
thing.
about. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just a different vibe. You know?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I can see
I
that.
would listen to Kurt Cobain in the hotel he shot himself at just to see what's up.
Oh God, that's
Well-
a little too far.
You know what I'm saying?
What were you listening to?
All of a sudden.
Huh?
What were you listening to out there?
Yeah,
Tyler.
pretty much Party Next Door, Drake, Blue Bloods Clan. What else?
He was listening to Justin Bieber too. Don't let him fool y'all.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
Just for the fuck of it.
yeah. Baby. I love how he knows the lyrics though.
Yo, I hated
Nah.
that song in 6th
But it was
grade.
tight, bro. I mean, if you guys ever
I
get,
really did.
if you guys ever get a chance to go to Toronto, y'all should. You know,
I do
I
really
say,
wanna
I
go
say you
visit
guys go during the week where it's not so busy.
No.
How was the weekend?
The
Not
week.
over there. Not
you talking about the weekend?
the
like,
song that
like
you were-
Abel? Like you talking about that guy?
not that nigga.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we came home way before the weekend, bro. We
You
came
were
home
there on a Friday, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we just popped out. We just popped a bottle and that was it.
Pop your little hit out and
Yeah,
come back in.
we didn't do a whole lot.
Was it
We
expensive
just
out
did
there?
the sightseeing stuff,
Is it
bro.
expensive out there?
Yeah, bro. Surprisingly.
Nah,
You spent
I
it
would
in
have
the-
been more surprised if it was cheap. That would have been more surprising.
You
to
thought
me.
it was gonna be Mexico? Is that what you thought?
That's what I thought. I saw the pesos. I'm like, I saw the pesos. I'm like, hold on.
It's
I'm in Mexico right now or what?
fam.
I'm
Some
looking
places-
for elotero. The what?
Dog, I was so surprised there was Mexicans out there. Like
hella
hella
fuck outta
shot.
here.
On God.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
Nah.
Mexicans are everywhere.
Nah.
Hey, they be migrating, bro, everywhere. Surprisingly.
That far north, nigga?
Yeah,
Nah.
surprisingly.
How the fuck they make it past
It's too
customs?
cold out there.
Yeah, fam. Mexicans don't do that shit. We don't live in the cold like that.
I mean,
They gotta do
that sounds a little racist.
No, we don't.
That be snowing where my mom's from.
Fam, bro.
Chihuahua?
It would, yeah, Chihuahua be cold
Yeah.
as fuck. I heard.
Maybe that. Fine,
But-
whatever. Anyways, well, glad you had a good time.
Yeah, Niagara Falls, bro.
Was it
A1.
nice?
Yeah,
That was really
water
nice.
falling down a rock. That sounds really exciting. So,
It's a waterfall.
it's the biggest waterfall you ever seen in your life. That's what you saw. Yo.
I think that was probably my first waterfall I ever seen in my life.
No.
The first one and the only.
And probably like the only one too.
You kissed Gomez while you were there too?
Mind your business.
Hella romantic.
Hey, mind your business. Nah. Okay, but the shitty part is
Here we go.
that day of we went to Niagara Falls.
Uh-huh.
So in the morning we went out to eat,
Mm.
and then we
What
came back.
y'all eat? I mean, did y'all try some of
Just
the food?
generic
out there?
shit, bro. I mean,
Just Americanized
poutine.
fucking breakfast.
Yeah.
What do you think he's gonna have
I didn't wanna-
Canadian
I don't
bacon? Is that
wanna-
what you're worried about?
Yeah, if you had the Canadian bacon.
Nah, I didn't have Canadian bacon, surprisingly. Yeah.
You're stupid. Y'all really retarded. Go ahead.
Come on.
But that day, bro, that day to Niagara Falls, we went out to eat. We came back. We rested for a little bit, charged my phone, and then on the way to Niagara Falls, we never caught an Uber, bro. We should have just caught an Uber to the train station, to the buses actually, and then
Trolleys.
yeah. So on the way down to to our walk, on the way to our walk, fucking
Just-
Gatorade spills all over me, bro, because I put it in my pocket. And then I'm like, fuck, I'm not trying to turn back. So I'm just all wet already before I
Pause.
get to Niagara Falls.
Big pause. Go ahead.
These motherfuckers.
Fam, you have to have integrity in the pause. There's a lot of fucking...
After a certain
Look,
amount of
look,
time,
look,
this
look.
is perfect. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Go.
saying?
Anyways, we're ready like a mile in. And I'm like, fuck, I'm wet, irritated. I go to check my phone. Forgot that bitch over there in the house.
That was the day that I tried calling you?
Yeah.
There was something important to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
And
that.
then as soon as we pulled up to the fucking bus station, bro, we missed our fucking first bus. So everything was terrible to start off with.
So let me ask you this. Really quick, 'cause I don't want to get like too frustrated when we talk about this. Who was like the leader of the group?
Nico.
Honestly, we're all just going with the flow.
No. There has to be one.
Nah,
Who-
there's
who-
no leader.
Who was the main idiot in this whole thing?
I say Nico.
No, there's a shorty there, bro. But we weren't just paying attention to her.
She was telling you.
Yeah,
this is what
'cause
they
Did
we're-
you
should-
call the podcast?
Nah.
Oh, way to
But
go on
You
that.
could talk. Yeah.
But
Drop
we're-
the ball.
It's okay.
We were supposed to be there, bro, at 8 a.m., but we went out the night before. And we just, Gomez got way too drunk. I was just way too
Shocker.
tired to fucking wake up. She's like, y'all ready? I'm like, yeah. And never got the fuck up. Noon came around. And yeah. She's like, oh, this is the time we got to be here. We pulled up at that time. The bus left. I'm like, girl, you didn't think this through that we should have been there 30 minutes earlier?
Why were you taking the bus if you could just take an Uber?
No, to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
You had to catch a bus to Niagara Falls.
You can
Niagara Falls from where we're at, it was 2 hours.
God damn.
That's
2
you,
hours?
You went 2 hours on a bus to go see some waterfall?
Yeah,
Was it nice though?
it was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Would you do it again
I'll definitely do it again.
next year?
Maybe
I don't
maybe
know.
2 years from now. I don't know about next
We
year.
live two
You know what?
different...
Maybe 10 years from
Yeah, we live two different lives, brother. Sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry to let you down. Everybody always says, oh, you live
I
in
think you would
Arizona?
like the CN Tower though.
That'd be different. Everybody always says, like, oh, you've never seen the Grand Canyon? No, I don't give a fuck about a big-ass hole in the ground. I'm sorry. Never bothered to go and venture
What do
out
you
there.
like?
He
None
doesn't
of that
like-
shit.
He doesn't like.
Like-
I swear, Moses, you're fucking bipolar or some
I really
fucking
don't.
stupid shit.
I really don't.
You don't like anything. You
You're
complain
right.
about
I
everything.
fucking hate people.
You get mad for no reason.
You fucking right.
We'll talk about you some
You
other
damn-
some
you
other
damn
podcast.
right.
But let's get back.
Let's talk
It's not
about
about you.
I don't give a fuck about none of that right now. What about my Diamondbacks? Damn it!
Let's fucking go. Get up.
Oh, there you go.
Yo,
Motherfucker.
let's fucking go, bro. About time. 22 years finally.
God damn it!
Nigga.
22 years,
Yo,
bro.
the
It took-
last time that shit happened, 9/11 happened. So hopefully,
Nothing like that. Shit.
no other planes hit anything.
Nah,
all right,
bro, nah.
I'm just saying. I'm happy because, to be honest with you, there's nothing going on in Arizona. The Cardinals suck ass.
Fam.
The state fair is almost over. I never went.
Halloween's almost
No,
over.
you-
Halloween's over. Halloween is still here. Shut up.
Nah,
You
we
still-
still got.
Halloween is still here.
You still got till
couple-
Sunday for the fair too.
I do, but it's like, I'm not gonna take nobody. Nobody's worth it. And then
Nico is.
We could vlog. Here we go. I don't think
He
you're
has a
worth it.
bet. Anyways, continue.
and then to top it all off,
It's a D-bags.
It's just the Diamondbacks. That's it.
Fam.
And they win the championship, unlike the Suns.
They deserve it. No, honestly,
We deserve it, bro.
Yeah,
just
we
saying.
do deserve it.
I'm just
For
saying.
sure.
I just need some excitement in the city. It'd be nice.
Yeah, then when we get too much excitement, bro, then you're like, fuck, we got traffic.
Facts.
So
Hey, I
it's
be
like,
drunk on my ass in traffic, though. I'll tell you that
my
shit.
boy be at Cobra at traffic. What do you mean?
Shit.
He said,
He said, "I don't give a fuck." It's bro.
Hey, you damn right.
he said exit 3? Okay.
Diamondbacks, Cobra. We get
Better be in
along.
the
You
shirt.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You dig.
Nah, let's give it up to our city, though. Like, good shit.
Good
We,
pa-
we need
Facts.
something, bro. We need some excitement out here, you know.
Facts.
The Suns almost did it 2 years ago.
Almost.
And, you know, now it's
Barely.
baseball.
Thanks, Booker. Whatever.
Hmm.
But
Nah, yeah, for sure. D-backs, they deserve it, fam. I think that it couldn't be any better than for them to go to the World Series. Even
They gotta win that bitch.
Yeah, they got to win it. You know what I mean? And
That's
I feel
all it
like
is.
it's gonna be like a fucking tie because same thing with the Houston and the Astros. Astros are a fucking phenomenal team. You know what I mean?
well, no.
And then
The
in
Rangers.
Houston,
The Rangers went.
No,
No,
yeah,
no,
they
yeah.
won.
Yeah,
the
they-
Rangers did win, but he was talking about the Astros.
the
how, like,
Astros, whenever they were playing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's,
but you got to
that's a
remember
fuck
they
of a team.
cheated.
Did they? This motherfucker. He's just trying to.
Stealing signs.
Anyways, back to
That's why they
that's
won.
like saying you're penalizing me for trying. Gives a fuck. So
they still won.
Exactly.
But
You lost.
I hope the D-backs win. If anybody wants to make a bet, let me know. Trying to make a bet.
The cool thing is that I see. Look, this is the best part, and I hate that people call me a bandwagoner. I'm really not. I'm only a fan of two teams.
He is.
My home team and whoever's winning at the time. Not a bandwagon.
Hey, same here. Same here.
I'm consistent. I'm just consistent. It's not my fault you guys don't read in between the lines. That's on you. But like I said, if the Rangers happen to win, I'm from Texas. I can roll with that. Fuck it. And then if the Diamondbacks win, fuck it. It's the hometown. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all just gotta know. Y'all gotta play the game smarter.
You gonna buy a shirt too? Or you already have one? You already have one of
I
every
got,
team.
I got. You know what's funny? I got a hat of the. I got a hat of me, so you don't know.
Wasn't
You
that
don't
the Rangers?
know.
Wasn't that the Rangers that he was
You
trying to
can
get rid
turn
of?
on
Loki,
anytime.
Loki, it was the one I was trying to put up here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Be like, nah.
Nah.
If the D-backs win, I'll put something up there for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, no
You know what
doubt.
I mean? Like,
So,
shit, we gotta put it up.
all right, guys, look, we just have to get to it. We got a lot of shit that we got to go through, and we're gonna start off with the most infamous list that has come out in the year 2023.
Fam.
This list challenges my like I put
Your
this
everything.
No, it challenges this saying that I always have: chicken fingers and fries. We don't go on dates. This list came out. Now the thing is that this started. I don't know if you guys caught it. So there was a video that went viral about a week ago. It was this lady. She was sitting in this Tesla, right? And she was on her phone recording. She's saying, like, she had the audacity to be like, "This man is taking me to Cheesecake Factory on the first date." She was so offended. She couldn't believe it, right? Mind you, she's in Homeboy's car. Then this goes for this goes way left.
We talked about it in that last.
Yeah,
podcast
like
we were saying.
Homeboy.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
you weren't here. So
No,
Homeboy.
he
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
I thought
You don't remember?
Yeah, no. I was too drunk.
Should watch
So-
the podcast.
yeah, like, follow, and why don't you like, follow, and subscribe, bitch? Head ass.
Hey,
Anyways,
chill.
so then Homeboy fucking pops out, right? He looks like fucking Apu from 7-Eleven. I didn't expect that to be the date. So then he's like trying to roll down the window. She fucking keeps the window up on his car. It's his Tesla. Then she rolls the window down and says, "So this is where you're gonna take me?" He's like, "Yeah, what's wrong with cheesecake?" He's like, "Seriously? This is where you're gonna take me?" And he's like, "Yeah, we could talk about it," because he sees that she's recording. She rolls up his window and fucking makes him go back around to get in his car. Now, we can get into all that.
And then he's like, hold on. Let's talk about it on your live then.
But this is what this led to, right?
It relates to it.
So it says, here is a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list. I'm going to go through the list.
All of it, or just
I'm going to go through all of it.
All right.
I don't want anybody to say anything yet.
Go through the whole thing.
I'm going to go through the whole thing, okay?
How many numbers?
There is 28.
God.
God damn.
Like, there's 28 fucking women I want to see in my life anyway. So, let's start off with this. Cheesecake Factory is number 1. Applebee's. Chili's.
Dang.
Chipotle. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Moses' favorite spot.
I'm sorry. Olive Garden. The movies. Your house. hold on. I'm not done. Here's it. Any fast food chain. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wingstop. Red Lobster. A buffet.
But
IHOP.
Chinese buffet.
Yo, wait. So wait, really quick. We gotta define a buffet because Fogo de Chao is a buffet. So if I take you there, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
That's fucked up. Whatever. Yo, all right. So then after this, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church. What the fuck? God can't be in this. Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions. That's weird. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu, blah blah blah. Somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar. Sorry guys.
What?
More than people.
Be
A
awesome.
bar just for drinks. Yeah, God forbid. Waffle House, sports events. Okay, look.
There's like
That-
2 or 3 of them that shouldn't be on there.
Look. No,
At all.
a lot of these I agree with. Okay,
Come on, Moses.
I'm not gonna take you to the family function. I don't know you.
Yeah,
You said a lot of us.
So family function, Buffalo Wild Wings,
church.
Fam, I'm not taking you to church
for a first date.
To church? You're not gonna take her to church. I'm saying like, nah, that don't count.
on a first date.
On a first date,
You're gonna
I'm
take
not
her to
taking her
church.
to
You're gonna
church.
take her to see Jesus.
No, I said I'm not taking a shorty
Oh,
to church.
okay.
okay. You
Okay,
better- you
wait.
better-
So
you
this
better
is my
specify.
thing. This is my a bar just for drinks. Does
That's
Culver
a
count?
bar.
So
It's Culver.
That's an arcade.
Yeah, that's an arcade. There's games.
Right.
Hey, there's food trucks outside. The loophole.
Bar
The
room.
loophole.
Wait.
Stop lowering the goddamn volume. Thank you. All right, keep it up. All right,
keep
look.
it right there. That's all.
All right, look. Obviously, the one that I have a problem with, and the one that I don't get. What's wrong with Cheesecake Factory? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with the hookah bar?
I can tell you why.
Why?
What if she don't smoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good reason.
Well, that's what you asked.
What if
Like,
she
yo,
like it?
You like smoking hookah?
That's
I mean,
what-
but
what
then
if she
again,
likes it?
okay, you gotta
What if she was like another Nico?
you gotta ask the question before you take a girl there.
So
Yeah.
okay. Here's my thing. Here's the thing. Oh, here's your phone back, by the way. So this okay. This to me, to take it in a more serious route, this is a small problem to a bigger picture. And what I mean by that is, I've talked to girls over the last couple of days.
Do you?
This motherfucker. And there's people that hit us up today
yeah.
on our group chat. And the thing is that this is the consensus, and this is what they say. That
Talk to me.
half of them are saying it doesn't matter, it's about, the connection.
Exactly.
It's about, the person, getting to know them.
I can see that.
It's about having fun. It's about really genuinely just trying to get to know somebody, right?
Correct.
Then you have the other side. The other side will tell me whatever happened to chivalry, whatever happened to courting a girl, whatever happened to putting an effort into, really trying to, go all out on the first date to impress somebody, right? Because the girls, for the most part, unless you live on the west side, they try to get dressed up. They try to get themselves, all pretty
Dolled
and
up,
shit.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I get it, right? So taking her to Buffalo Wild Wings, a little wild. But no pun intended. But my
Or
thing-
Hooters.
or Hooters, or O Host, or Twin Peaks,
Twin Peaks.
whatever. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Hey, Zips is okay though. They don't dress like that. They don't dress like that at Zips. So my thing is they're very conservative over there. So my thing is that
Stupid.
I see
You
both
understand
sides.
both sides.
This is from a man's perspective, and this is just me. This is from my personal experiences. I feel like I know what's appropriate and I know what's not. I also feel like the whole point of a first date is not about
Dress to impress.
how fancy this restaurant is, how much money am I spending on this date, how big are the flowers that I got you, how dressed up am I, any of that shit. All that does not really matter because at the end of the day, if you don't even like me,
What's the point?
what's the point? So my thing is that what I do is I try to put them in more intimate places that
Your house?
this motherfucker.
Cobra.
Nothing intimate about Cobra.
The hookah bar?
There's nothing intimate about Cobra at all. So
He said Westgate.
said Zuma. So my thing is that again, I want to force you to have to talk to me. You have to interact with me. I don't want you to be distracted. I want to know: what are you about? First of all,
What do you like?
like just getting to know you. Like, what is there a genuine connection that we're gonna have? And obviously, like you're gonna see, I'm not about bullshit. I'm out here just trying to fuck you. I'm out trying to get to know you for real.
Oh, you're not?
No, I mean, if I like you enough, maybe eventually.
I mean, isn't a first
but not in
date?
that
It's
point.
just
Right.
isn't a first date just to see if you want to get with this girl?
But well,
You know,
to an
like
extent.
you guys have to make it that far to go
Yeah,
to the
and not
first
just
date.
that. You also got to talk about it because she also want to know where we're going.
Oh yeah.
That way she could address accordingly.
Yeah.
We go to a hookah bar, you're not gonna be all dressed up. You know what I mean? But continue.
But I'm just saying, for me, it's like I think there's certain women that I get what you're saying. That does it matter to an extent where we're going? Yes, I'm not a fucking moron. Obviously, taking you to Chipotle is not appropriate. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
But I don't think so. I think because I don't know. I mean, these are some high ass bitches that we're fucking talking about right here, or
We're not gonna
women,
bitches.
some lame ass girls
Go
to be
ahead.
more exact.
Go ahead.
It's like, what's wrong with going to the bar? Like, don't you like drinking? Don't you like getting a sip? Like, you don't like food? What, are you anorexic?
The hookah bar we go to, it has drinks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It has a little
besides
bit
that,
of
but it's
beverage.
like we can't go to a rooftop that they serve drinks at, so we can have a conversation and get to know each other.
I think it depends. Like,
Or is it like a speak easy that you guys would want us to take?
Yo,
you?
the way you pronounce that was kind of funny.
do it again. Do it
He
again.
said speak.
I can only do it once,
Like,
dog.
yo, he will speak. Yo.
And long drives, like, come on, Shreddy is like,
Fam,
what happens? Okay, hold on. What happens if you want me to take you to like a high-end restaurant, say like Steakhouse 44? I still got to pick your ass up on like Summit Ave and then drive your ass.
107th Ave.
Yo, drive your long ass over here back to Steakhouse
First of
44.
all,
'cause
I'm driving to Sacramento to pick you up.
Oh God! It's
then you want me to
how you
drive you
say-
back, yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop my car off over there and we're gonna take your car.
No,
So we
that's
can
why-
go eat at that
You want me to
steakhouse.
get the plane to get over there? And then
She
pick
lives
you
in
up.
Tucson. A 2-hour drive is too.
Honestly, it's your fault for
taking
taking too long. You should know the scenic route. So my thing is this.
Take the back roads.
I don't think that's per se the issue. I think it's more about the fact that it's like, let's say, as an example, you were stupid enough to take her to Cobra on your first date. I think that obviously says a lot about you. But if you're trying to take her to a nice rooftop, there's a nice, scenery, you could take pictures there, whatever. Like, shit like that, I think they'll appreciate. But again, it goes back to the kind of person that you're trying to portray yourself. So
I feel you.
my thing is, like I said, I like to just eliminate as many distractions as possible. If you're okay with going to get drinks, then we go get drinks. If you want to go do something else, we'll do something else. At the end of the day, like, to me, like, going to Cobra, like, on a first date is pretty fucking wild. Now, if you got time in and you're, like, past the honeymoon stage and you're, like, in the middle of your toxic shit and you're just, like, arguing
We're
all this
talking about
stuff.
first dates.
I know,
Honestly,
that's when you go to Cobra, but not first date.
Yeah, first date, we definitely not going
Honestly,
to Cobra.
like
But,
personally,
like,
I've been through a little bit like that. Like I've been to nothing. That person that I went with or whatever, we were like talking and stuff like that, and she was like, "Oh, I'm trying to chill, whatever." I was like, "What are you trying to do?" And she was like, and it was the first time we'll meet up outside of like our routine or whatever. So it was just like, "Oh, I'm trying to go to what was it, somewhere in Chandler or whatever." I was like, "Fuck it, let's go." It was a club, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Why not? You know what I mean? So I mean, like you said, it just depends on the girl.
I would never
It
go to the
depends. You see,
couldn't do that.
you see what I mean? Like it just depending on the situation. Fuck it. It was cool. We had a good time. Whatever. Yada yada. We got to talk. We got to dance. We got to drink. We got to fucking have fun. You know what I mean? But then again,
But to go
it
back
just
really,
depends on the person.
to go back really quick. Like I said, I think this list is a smaller problem and a bigger issue. I think where the bigger issue lies is there's no I don't think it's no coincidence that our generation around this age group, relationships don't last. Divorce is at all-time high. Yeah. And the thing is that
definitely do live in a different generation.
we have shit like this that I think
It puts a standard to that.
well, it's not so
No, I
much-
mean, you got to understand the girl you're dealing with at that point, bro. Because if you set that
what
bar
ki-
that
what
high,
ki- yeah, what kind of girl are you dealing with?
Yeah, at the end of the night, it's like you got to choose
It's-
your girls at the end of the night. Because
Yeah.
if she's setting a lot of things that you can't go do, bro, then that should give you a sign not to deal with her at the end of the night.
No, but hold on.
No, because it's like,
Hold on, wait. Before we start going into that part,
Yeah.
this is my thing. I don't want this to turn into this podcast where like you see like the mediocre guys tell women about what they can or cannot do or what they should or should not
no,
be.
I wouldn't say that
And
because
then they settle for mediocre relationships. I don't want to do that.
nah, I mean, but then again, it's like if you take a girl out to like a high end bar, she's gonna expect that every single time. You were setting the standard of high. I'd rather
setting
start
that
out
bar,
small and then work my way there. To show you like, yo, look,
Start
there's
out at a
stages
bar.
to all this. At the end of the night, it's like at the end of the night, I want to treat you to a nice dinner. I want to treat you like my queen at the end of the night because it's gonna be my first date with you. It's like let's start off settle. Like, what's wrong with a coffee date?
I think at the end of the day, it goes back to the same stuff you pointed out. There's two sides of it. There's the side of like it shouldn't matter what the fuck are you going. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't really matter like how expensive the place is and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. All that matters.
It does
to me,
matter to these girls that made the list.
exactly, and that's the difference. Of there's these type of girls that are like, you know what matters? Like, I'm trying to go to fucking, I don't know, some fucking expensive ass restaurant where it's just like, all right, like, what the fuck are we doing? Are we like, are you trying to put out after this kind of thing? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Or are you
And
just trying to talk?
someone says like, if I'm spending $200, it's like I better get some coochie at the end of this.
Exactly.
It's like,
There's that type of men, and there's the type of men that are looking for the, like, it shouldn't matter. And then there's the type of, I'll give you a nice ass restaurant, but after that, you know what's going down. You know what I mean? So I can see that too from
like
the,
your
from men's side, too.
homegirl that she got fluent out and that homie expected coochie at the end of it.
Exactly.
But
So
that's
it's
like,
like-
but again, it goes back to my point that this is the bullshit that has become.
Yes, of
But
course.
at the end of the night, it's our fault.
What do you mean?
Sometimes we set the bar too high, and the girls expect that every single day out of every guy.
Yeah, but not every guy has that type of bar like that. You know
No,
what
I
I mean?
feel you.
But again, it's like if you're not ready to do that shit, then you shouldn't really be dating.
Yeah,
if you're
but-
not
I
if you're
mean-
not financially set like that, then you shouldn't be taking nobody on dates.
But how many broke guys ain't taking beautiful girls to fucking dates?
And they're
A
still
lot.
cool with it.
And they're still cool
Then
with
again, it goes back to the same just like, and then they can just be like, fuck it. I'll go wherever this thing goes.
That's fine. But my thing is like again, this is all we're kind of going in circles. My point is that this takes away from the whole point of what the date is supposed to be about. The point of a date, the first one especially, is to spend time together, to get to
each
know the
other.
person, and you see if you genuinely connect or you don't. My
There's-
thing is that it doesn't make a difference to the people, to the women that think that I have to go all out and I have to take you to all this 3 Michelin star restaurant and I gotta buy you this big ass thing of flowers and do all this bullshit. I could do all that, and like you said, I can keep doing it until I fuck you, and then once I fuck you, I drop you. So then what? So you just got a couple good meals and that's it? That's what you wanted, right?
That's
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like that shit does not matter. My thing is that what should matter and your priorities should be about what is this guy, what is his intentions? What the fuck does he want? Because
Oh,
at the end of the
guaranteed.
day, we're both strangers. I don't know you, you don't know me.
Right.
And the only thing that I have to offer at this point, and you
dick.
should value the most, no, is time.
right.
My
right.
time. My time should just be just as important as yours.
As yours,
So
yeah.
rather
I
than
feel you.
wasting each other's time, let's go for the right reasons.
But I've been seeing a lot of things
I
lately
can see
with
that.
girls and guys that they just want an expensive date to get something out of a guy, and it's
Yeah.
like, yo,
they're
what
just
the
trying to.
hell?
They're just trying to have. A
But
good
then
night.
that's on you. That you got to be
Yup.
more selective with who the fuck you fuck
No,
with.
and that's
Facts.
That's on you.
We're talking about the list and the type of girl that
That's
And
what. But
honestly-
I'm saying,
You know what I mean?
But
Like-
those kind of girls, those are the ones that I'm saying that they're fucking it up.
Exactly.
When it comes to
That I
what
agree.
it
The
is
rest
supposed to
of
be
the other
about.
girls, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
also
true.
at the same time, that list does come from somewhere because there are dudes that do
Right.
that and they
Not
fuck it
guaranteed.
up. Well, they
for,
fuck
for
it up.
niggas, yeah.
They fuck it up for other dudes because obviously they don't give a fuck. They don't put the effort. They don't. They're literally there for very monetary gains,
Right.
and that's it. And my thing is like again, that's why there's a bigger. It goes towards
Issue.
a bigger issue that we don't last because people are so concerned about that. Like something that one of the women that I talked to about the list, she brought up like there's these dynamics where people all the time, like girls or guys will talk about, well, we want traditional women or we want traditional men, but that really doesn't exist anymore. There's no such thing.
Hell no.
The modern woman is nothing like the traditional woman.
Yep.
And the modern man is nothing like a traditional man either.
Yep.
And the other thing too is that nobody wants to admit this, but everybody that points the finger that says this is what I want, you're not even on the level that you should be to want that. You're not even on that level.
Right.
You're
Not
well beneath
guaranteed.
it. And then on top of that, you bitch about it and you complain about not having this perfect partner or whatever it is. What do you bring to the table? What do you have to offer? If you're not there, if you're not at the level that you think you should be at or that you should be at, then why are you complaining?
Where you at?
So
Where
you should
where the fuck you at?
you should
The
really worry,
outside.
you should really worry about yourself
Right.
and worry about what the fuck you doing.
Exactly.
And maybe once you get your shit together, then you'll attract whatever it is that you think you deserve. And that's something that people don't want to talk about because
100.
nobody wants to talk about how you are. It's hard to look in the mirror and say, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it's hard to look at. It's
No,
hard,
definitely.
It's hard to look at you and be like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean?
right.
So
No, and then I definitely got a lot of women in my DMs that said they're okay with Cheesecake Factory. They're okay with getting a drink at a bar.
Yeah.
There's okay going to rooftops.
I like Cheesecake, Cheesecake Factory. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I fuck with that.
And honestly, I
just don't argue with me there.
I wish I would.
Don't take-
I wish the girls that made this list would have watermarked who they were. So So we, yeah, it wouldn't, but we could have
If it
like.
applies, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what happens if it was like some dusty ass girl just want to set shit up just to make guys feel bad, you know?
But it's the same.
And, like,
But it's the same thing. Like all the time
Yeah.
on Twitter, you'll see that there's that one account of the guy that's
always talking shit.
well, he's slut shaming some girl, but then you could tell from his profile he gets no pussy. He obviously lives with his mom in a basement, and he's just a fucking weirdo. But he has the internet to his hand, so he could talk shit about her when he has no business talking shit. So it goes both ways.
So where's the guys list now?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question.
We can make our own list.
First of all, if a girl's taking,
Moses about to make one.
if a girl's taking you out on a date, that's wild. You know, that's wild as fuck.
If she's picking you up,
ain't
that's
nobody buying me flowers on the first day. I'd never.
What's
had that
wrong with
happen.
flowers?
I said ain't nobody ever bought me flowers. on
Oh,
the
okay,
first date.
okay.
That's wild.
He does want to. Can you?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
There's nothing wrong with getting
I'm
flowers
alright.
at the end of
If
it.
you're out there, you know you're out there.
Men need flowers too. Okay, there's definitely a couple ones that shouldn't be on here. Like obviously church, your house.
Why not your house?
How this?
What? You know why, fool. I mean, what else?
How this?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I think Buffalo Wild Wings. They don't got the
Yeah.
greatest food. You know, I mean, everything else looks okay. You know, it's like, yo, I should be able to do all this with you. Why am I gonna date a lame ass?
I'm not gonna take you to the movies. We're not doing it on the first date.
No, not to the Okay, maybe we go out before that
Nah.
and go talk, and you're like, yo, there's a movie coming out. I don't know how you feel about it.
Nah.
And that's like your only free time to do it too.
You're a grown ass man.
Nah,
Come on,
fam,
you,
nah.
you sound like you're
If
from
you-
high school.
Yeah,
type
if you
of
in
shit.
high school, I take you to the movies.
Middle
We're not-
school.
we're not doing
Nigga,
that.
come on.
I don't know. Why
Grow
happens,
up,
okay,
Nico.
no, hold on.
Nah.
Why happens you date a girl that's into movies?
Yeah, you wait till
You
later
know,
on.
You
wait
take
till
it to her
later
house
on.
and then you watch Netflix.
Yeah, you wait.
This motherfucker.
That's not some shit you do in the first date, dog. I
None of
wouldn't
the
do that.
first
No,
days.
I wouldn't say that's the first thing to do, but there's a lot of people that like. There's a lot of women out there that are like movie
Then you talk about
enthusiasts as
movies.
well.
Yeah, no,
You-
and
you
you
quote movies,
You could
you-
talk about it, but
Yeah.
sitting down and
Come on,
watching a
Nico.
movie, that's a waste of time. If you're
It
trying to
is,
get to know
it is.
somebody.
But you can still plan shit after the movies at the end of it. You know, it's like.
What are you gonna
I'm
say?
not-
You trying to
how
go to
long
my
is
house?
This, how long is this date? Like, what the fuck? Like,
I
you
mean,
spend-
is there a
you talk
limit to
about-
a date? I mean,
That's a
have
good
you-
question.
I mean,
That
hold
is
on,
a good
hold on.
question.
Like, have you guys not spent time with a shorty till like fucking like 2, 3 a.m. just
That's true.
vibing
That's a
out
good
and
question.
talking?
I have, but the
And
thing
like
is-
done
but
a whole bunch of
it-
shit
it
without
was-
spending money.
It was never about a fucking movie though. My thing is like what it is that we spent so much time together because we were legit vibing. We were talking. We were listening to music together. We were like,
And y'all went to the movies and then.
And what
no,
did you guys
no,
revive-
we never went to the movie. No,
That's what he's trying to say.
Look. There's nothing wrong with going to the
There's
movies.
nothing wrong with it.
But I guarantee,
first date.
As a first, no. There's
Yes,
no,
there is.
Okay, there's no
As a
such
first
thing
date.
as a right date. Let's be honest.
But there is such thing as
But
a
there's
wrong one.
There's such thing. Well, like what?
We just talked about it. You wouldn't take no
You wouldn't
fucking
take
go
it
to
to the-
church.
to the-
Okay,
church,
besides church
to the
and what
house.
else?
We're not going to the movies. We're not going to your house. We're not
What's-
doing Netflix.
There's
and
nothing
chill.
wrong with the
chill.
movies though.
Not
Let's
on
get
the
that
first
clear.
date, fam. We're not doing it on the first date.
Okay, that's
It
your
depends- it
opinion
depends-
though.
it
That's your
depends.
opinion.
I
And
see-
my
I-
opinion too. Look, I wouldn't take a girl to the movies either. Look,
What are you arguing for?
Then why you
What
arguing?
No, it's
what the
'cause-
fuck?
You just wanna be the opposite
No.
side.
Yeah, I gotta go against the grain. Like, there's nothing
All right,
wrong with
I'll
the
give you that.
movies. There's nothing wrong with the movies. If you need to take a shorty to the movies because you guys want to see fucking Lilo and Stitch come out part 2, go ahead, go watch it. You
I'm
know,
just
if
trying
you
to be
guys
against
gonna.
you. I'm just trying to be against you. There
that's
is, that
cool.
is wrong.
That's cool.
That's
but-
wrong. You know what I mean?
But
Fam,
I definitely
mean,
agree
just-
with you guys.
Just think about
Movies-
it. What are you gonna talk about? What are you gonna conversate whenever you're in the movies? What
Okay.
should we do? Like sucking your
You
dick?
act like
what
you
the fuck?
you act like you don't got like the whole day to plan something out. You act
No,
like you can't go to the
you
movies.
do.
Okay, hold
We're
on.
not saying that.
Okay, you could go out to a nice dinner, and then from the dinner go to the
Go
movies,
to the movies. That's
and
a
then from
lot.
the
I feel
movie.
like
Hey, there's some girls that want to do shit like that. Not every girl has a perfect date.
I've never encountered that.
No, I
can
feel
see
you.
that from,
And I've heard a
from
lot of
high
people-
schooler or
Yeah.
a fucking middle schooler trying to do like, hey,
And that's
I'm
why
trying to
it's
take
like
a girl.
weapons. We're challenging to weapons. We're talking to kids that can't even afford a proper date.
We're not.
So
We're
you
talking
gotta-
to you.
You got to think about it too from that perspective. It's like we got to preach out to the kids too. It's like, yo, you don't need to spend your whole money on going out to nice dates.
I see what you're doing now.
So
I get what you're doing.
I don't know why y'all trying to make it
agree
seem
with
like
you.
movies
You know
are
what?
bad.
Let's move on. Yes, you're right. You should do it.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you too.
Anyways, continue, Moses.
I was gonna read a magazine right now. Just let you go.
You got the newspaper?
Yeah, I was about to take a shit. Anyway, all right. So I'm glad we closed that case. Moving on really quick. So this is something that Israel, I know you're going to disagree with me, and that's okay.
Disagree already.
I would hope you would, because if you did agree with me, then you have bigger problems. I was talking with somebody the other day, and we were talking about how, you know, because she has this situation where she just broke up with this guy. Actually, he broke up with her. They were together for a couple years, and the thing is that she's old enough that she's ready to be married.
Okay.
He's older than her, but
He's not ready.
That's a big conflict, right?
Right.
But he recently got engaged to this other girl, and
Like that quick?
I mean, relatively speaking, like maybe like a year apart.
Okay, but quick, yeah.
Yeah. So they broke up. Like I said, they broke up. A year later, he's engaged, right?
Right.
So it got me. This is something that I've always felt, but maybe again, I know you're probably going to think otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, and this will go for me and him too, probably.
Hell no.
I don't think guys end up marrying the love of their life.
Ooh.
I think guys marry when they're ready, and whoever's the person that they just happen to be with at that time when they're ready, that's who they settle for.
I disagree.
And the only reason why I say that is this. There's a lot of times that I feel that, you know, as guys, like, you know, you see your homies, right? You see, like, as an example, we see you and Fabian get married, right?
Right.
And me personally, my thing is that you see your friends, you see them grow up, you see them elevate, you see them have families, you see them, you know, mature and everything like that, right?
Right.
That has an influence on you.
Correct.
So obviously I'd be lying if I said, like, seeing that and witnessing it and just being there at the wedding, just seeing everything, like, yeah, it was something
Got
that
you
I already
thinking.
wanted.
Right.
But witnessing it and being a part of it, it's like it just reinforced what I already felt.
Right.
So my thing is that I think that plays a role to an extent. And I also think that how many times do you hear about the guy that, you know, wasn't ready? There was a girl that was really down for him, really loved him. They broke up. And then years later, he realizes, like, damn, I fucked up. Should have treated that girl better. You try to circle the block
All the time.
She ain't with you no.
Yeah,
she ain't with it no more.
She had 4
And then-
kids.
Exactly.
Married.
she got what she deserved.
Right.
You got what you deserve, which is nothing.
Right.
And so now you got to move on and do whatever it is next. Right.
Right.
So I feel like those scenarios play often in so many different lives of guys that I feel like it's very, very rare. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Right.
I think it's very rare that a guy truly marries
The love of
the
his
true
life.
love of his life.
Let me tell you something. So before, like, I met my wife or whatever, obviously I've dated before, plenty of whatever, and all I knew by the time I was like 24, 25, I was ready to be married. Like, no, before that, like 23, I was ready. I was like, fam, I'm ready to get married. He knows that because I, known for a while, and I told him, I was like, fam, I'm ready to be married. But then again, I could somewhat relate to the whole marrying the love of your life and marrying the right person. My biggest fear, obviously, when you're with somebody, you love that person. You love the person you're with and being there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't know if it's the right person. And I think that was the biggest fear that I had when it came down to marrying whatever girl I was marrying. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to my girl or whatever, but I think the question is, or my biggest question was that it's not really so much of marrying the love of my life as well as marrying the right girl. Like, that I wasn't gonna be no fucking hoe, that I wasn't gonna be no fucking stupid ass motherfucker, or some girl that's trying to be after something, or she's just here for the ride, or just here for the moment, or whatever. Just shit like that crosses your mind. Be like, fuck, you know what I mean? So my biggest concern was more of who am I marrying? Who do I want to spend the rest of my life with? And because love, I mean, love is a big word, fam. For me, I mean, and my wife knows this. Like, I love her to death. I would die for her. She knows I would do anything for her. But to me, it's more important that whenever you're with that person, that she, to me, it's a little hard to explain what love is to me or whatever, because it's just like there's a lot of things that go with it, and stuff that she does for me, and serving each other, the way we communicate, just solving problems or getting shit done around the house or around everything, or problem solver, shit like that. That's what really gets me into my love feels, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Like, how I love her is the way she is because of what she does and what she brings to the table. You know what I mean? Not too long ago, we were having a discussion, like, like she's like, hey, like, we were talking about, like, before we got married, like how we came about, you know what I mean? And one of the things that, you know, concerned me before was like the stuff that we brought to the table, you know what I mean? Because most of the time, either the guy is up here and the girl, not to, you know,
You're not in the same level.
Yeah, we're not in the same level as of like either financially or mentally or stuff like that. I don't think, to answer your question, Moses, I don't think you marry a perfect person. You cannot marry the call it the love of your life. You know what I mean? Or if you want to put it that way, or marry the right person. I think you could build a right person. I think you could. I've told you. I said it's always better to build instead of change. You know what I mean? And changing somebody, it is. Once that person is set the way they are, especially if they're older and they're getting older and that's the way they are, it's impossible or very hard to change. You know what I mean? And obviously then there is love, there is change, there's a lot of that shit. But to me, what I've understood is that change, it's easier to build, you know, the way you want it, instead of trying to change a person that it's already that way, or that's the way they are. You know what I mean? Whether it's baggage from another relationship, whether it's them being whatever. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff we could talk about. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I don't think you can marry the right person or the love of your life, or, you know, because I was down to marry the person that I dated before. I was down. You know what I mean? But something held me back to be like, what if it's not the right? What if it's not the right move? You know what I mean? It's just everything. All these questions crossing my mind. Then again, I met my wife, and it's just like, fam, 3 months into our relationship, we broke up because she didn't want to get married. Nobody knew this shit. I don't know. I don't even know if you knew this shit. We had a trip or whatever. We were going to Florida or whatever, and I was like, we either get married.
Yeah, that's deep.
Fam, I was dead ass. I was like, we either get married or this shit is done. I ain't wasting my time. Literally. You know what she said? I'm done. I was like, you gotta be fucking fam. I canceled that trip. I was like, fuck all this shit.
Play Bahamas Promises right now. Yo,
right, that's a perfect song.
Yo, go ahead.
That's a perfect song. But
I'm sorry,
you know what I mean? Like, just shit like that. It's just to get a little bit personal. Like, it was just like fuck all of that. Yeah. You're not at the same level as like trying to marry. She said, nah. You know what? She even told me, she's like, I'm not ready. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I was like, why not? To me, it makes sense. I was like, fuck, like we have it going. We're making trips. We're doing you know what I mean? We're doing all this stuff. I'm doing all this investment. I'm doing not just as an investment, but I'm investing my time. I'm investing my money. I'm investing family. I'm investing everything. You know what I mean? And it's just to a person to tell you, be like, nah, I ain't ready. And then it just hits you and be like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing?
I got something I got a story to tell, but I want Nico to go really quick because I don't want to forget.
Go ahead, Nico.
So go ahead, Nico.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
That's pretty deep. I mean,
how deep is your love?
Coming to a shirt near you.
Right after these commercials.
Okay, Nico, hurry up. Say what you got to say.
So what was the question again?
Nope, it doesn't matter. Just say whatever you think.
I know you've been thinking about it.
Look,
come on.
It doesn't matter.
Just say it, man. Just spit it out.
I love hard.
What?
Yo.
Oh, what?
Yo.
Say it.
Hey, yo.
You're allowed to say it. Say it.
Yo.
I love hard? What's
No,
wrong with
yo.
that?
Hey, yo.
You love hard?
Yo. Look.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Didn't you fall in love hard?
No, hold on. You're one more of those, and we're doing homie court again. We have not done homie court in a long ass time.
We need to bring that back.
You do that one more fucking time. There's a homie court, and there's a court date with your ass on it.
Let me pause you real quick.
Wow.
All right.
You are so childish.
Let's get back into it. So, what was the question?
Question is, do you think that guys truly marry the love of their lives, or they just settle for whoever they're with at the time when they're ready to get married? And I hate the word settling.
Put in a...
And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you're with that girl, right? And it just so happens that when you're actually ready to be married, you know, you do fall in love with this person. You could love multiple people. I don't think that's a crazy thing. But I do feel like, and I think everybody understands what I'm about to say. You can love multiple people, but there's always that one person that you feel like it's a little different. It's not the same kind of love. And for whatever the reasons are, it's always, you know, that one person that you think, you know, even if they're toxic
but they're special, yeah.
Or whatever it is, even though the relationship wasn't the best thing, but for some reason there's always just that feeling for that person that just comes above the other ones. And usually those are the ones that I'm referring to when I say like that probably was the love of your life, but
You love them harder.
you know what I mean? Like you're not with them anymore for whatever the reasons are,
Right.
and you end up falling in love with somebody else later on down the road. But you know it's not the same. And sometimes you catch yourself reminiscing or whatever. But that's a whole nother topic. I just wanna
Yeah,
make
bro.
it-
Low key, that was part of me. Like literally everything you were preaching.
No, no.
No, because honestly, it's like I feel like you said your first. I don't know. I think I didn't really date as much when I was a kid, honestly. And the girl, my last girl that I had, I want to say I was in love, you
Okay.
know, and I feel like shit doesn't go like the way you want it to, you know. Just like you said, like different times, different place. Everybody's mindset's at a different spot. People starting to grow more, you know. There's people that want more for their life, and you know, there's I don't know. I feel like I've been in that position. Like I was in love with this person, but I just wasn't mature enough to give her what she wanted at that moment, you know. And it set her back, and she had to let me go, you know, because she wanted more for herself, and I couldn't be a blame of that. It does suck, you know, that her mind changed, or not her mind changed, but she wanted someone. She wanted that person to be me, but I wasn't able to give it to her.
That's understandable.
And going back to what you were saying, do men settle for what they can find? I feel like they do sometimes, but you just gotta try hard enough to find the girl you actually really want to like live for. Because I think you could find that same person again, just at a different time.
To be, I guess, vulnerable for a second. So this conversation that I'm gonna talk about, like, this has to do with somebody that I just, the person that I'm describing, that I'm telling you that like, oh, like I feel something different for. This is like that person so far that I've met in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
We had a conversation, and in the conversation, a lot of what you were talking about, that's what I told her. I'm not saying necessarily that about getting ready for marriage and shit like that. But the thing is that I'm at a place in my life where I really don't give a fuck to go out like that. I don't really care about doing stupid shit like drugs or partying or doing any of that. That is not productive, and that helps nobody.
You're over that
Yeah.
face. Yeah, yeah.
Well, my thing is like I've learned the hard way that doing all those things doesn't help you in any shape or form. It doesn't help you mentally, emotionally, physically, nothing.
I agree.
There's no point to it.
100, yeah.
And the thing is that as I've gotten older, I've understood that there's certain things that, like, you know, you don't want to start trying to work on building a foundation when you're in your 30s. I've seen it, and it doesn't go well for people. A lot of people that I know. And I also feel like, you know, for me, I'm more excited about trying to go on trips. I'm more excited about trying to get a place together. I'm more excited about, you know,
I was
doing.
excited to see Niagara Falls.
I just got it. I literally.
No,
just-
but keep going.
my thing is that what I told this person was a lot of the shit and a lot of the things that attributed
working.
to us not working out. A lot of it had to do with you being immature, and like you said, not being ready. And the thing is that you get people in your life sometimes where it's like somebody in front of you that,
It's worth it.
well, not only worth it, but like look at what they've done for you. Look at how they've been there for you when shit hit the fan. When things went down and you needed somebody, they were there for you. That's what really counts. That's
Fuck
when you
yeah.
know when you really have somebody. People come and go all the time.
Yeah.
Friends, family members sometimes. You know what I mean? Boyfriend and girlfriends. There's a lot of people you'll meet in your life, but there's every now and again you'll meet people that it's like they're there for a specific reason.
Or down, yeah.
And the thing is that you shouldn't take them for granted, because there is going to come a day where that person is going to finally say, you know what? I've had enough. I got tired of waiting for you. You took too long. And that's on you. And now your karma, and it's not like I wish it upon you, but your karma is going to be that now you got to settle for whatever else is out there. And it's a cold world. It's a cold world. And the thing is that, you know, going with your situation, right? I understand what you mean when you say it's like What do you mean you're not ready? If I could give you everything that you want, what the fuck else is it? I'm not saying, again, I understand marriage is a big commitment.
It is.
But as far as like being under the circumstances of being in a serious committed relationship, that shouldn't be that hard. Right. Especially if the things that I'm asking for are not that difficult. They're actually more like common sense things. Right. But you make it hard because you're immature. And that's the thing.
Baby, I didn't mean that.
No. I'm more talking about my situation. I'm more talking about me. But I'm just saying, it's like there's certain things that it's like you want things. You want certain people to be a certain way because it's not because it's more about you want things your way. Right. That's how it needs to be. There needs to be respect. There needs to be love. There needs to be this mutual reciprocation of energy and effort. Right. And if it's not there, then it's going to be one side. Exactly. And it's going to be resentment. And there's going to be arguments. And there's going to be a lot of bullshit. And it's not going to work out.
100.
So the thing is that if those things are not in place, and on top of that, especially if you know that person knows better, they can comprehend those things.
Oh, yeah.
Then what are we doing?
Yeah. Tell me why everything you're touching based on, like, dead ass. I related to that. Yeah. And it's like, it's like, I fumbled the bag, and there's nothing really I could do about it at the end of it, you know?
Right. But it's like, it's a hard lesson that you have to learn. But if you were to take what you know now and put it back in 20-year-old Nico, I bet you 20-year-old Nico would do things differently, right?
You know what, bro? It's definitely a motherfucking blessing that shit I had to go through to make me who I am now at certain points.
Right.
100.
Because with any of that, bro, like that, because without any of that, bro, like, as simple as it is, as stupid as it sounds, I didn't know how to do I didn't know how to do laundry. I didn't know how to clean properly, until that person left, and I had to learn how to cook as well on my own, So if you definitely do got a person that cherishes you, wants more for you, make sure you sit there and fucking listen to them because they're the ones grinding it out with you and want more for you at the end of it.
Hold that down, yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. It's like not everybody wants everything handed to them. Everybody wants things to be easy.
This ain't no walk in the park.
What? And love isn't like love has never been pretty. It's never going to be that. There's a lot of ugly. There's a lot of forgiveness.
Most of it is ugly, I would say.
Well, there's a lot of like you have to understand each other. There's a lot of communication. There's gonna be a lot of I'm sorry in that shit. My thing is that if you get that person, work with them. Even as much as they can be, but you know how much they can give and you know how much they provide. You know what I mean? Yep. It's like put the effort. It's not that hard. You just make it harder on yourself because you want to learn the hard way. You just want to be lazy.
That's stubborn.
You know what I mean? Or you just don't want to work on yourself. And on top of that, you don't want to see your own flaws. So the way you handle it is either you act out, you deflect, or you just run away. That's and it's not just my situation that I'm talking about. I see that with a lot of other situations.
Yep.
And again, there's a reason why relationships don't last. There's a reason why, again, divorce is at an all-time high. Divorce used to be fucking scary to people. People used to never want to do that.
Yeah, because people would last fucking 30, 50
till
death.
And how many times do you hear somebody that says they've been together for that long and they're within our age group?
None.
When was the last time you heard somebody say, I've been with my wife for 10 years? And they're like not 40. They're not 40 or 50 or 60. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my thing
and
is like
low key, bro. I was kind of proud to be able to walk around and talk about like, yo, I was dating my girl for 7 years. I was like, people, as corny as it sounds, people were like, damn,
that's a while.
That's a long time. How y'all do it?
I would say that shit about Fabian and fucking Leslie.
Oh yeah,
fuck yeah, bro.
that's time right there.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, but it's definitely it's definitely about conversation, but it's definitely about understanding your partner and touching bases of where you guys at in life.
So to come full circle with it, my thing is like you said, I feel that sometimes, you lose out on certain people because you're not ready. Sometimes you lose out on certain people because, you were more preoccupied about bullshit. You were more worried about partying. You were more worried about doing stupid shit with your friends. You were more worried about drinking and smoking and doing drugs and going to concerts or whatever the fuck it was.
All the priorities.
Literally, everything Moses is saying, I kind of lived through that.
Right.
Because I was trying to be in the moment with the homies. But look at where my homies are at now. You two, Fabian, and like there's a handful of people that I call my true friends, and the rest, where y'all at? Where y'all at?
I was trying to hang out with you back then. You didn't want to. No, just fucking with you. I was fucking with you. No, but my thing is, like I said, like those things.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Well, they come into play, right? That's what you feel like you want to do. You want to get all this bullshit out of your system. I can relate to that. I feel you. Believe me, when I was 21 years old, the first thing I was going to do was hit up the homies because I would pray to God they'd be off on Saturday so we can go out to Zuma, fucking get a table, get some hoes, and do whatever we do, right?
Right.
I was all about that. I get you 100%. But I promise you, if I could redo my life over,
you wouldn't have done it.
I would never give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck about any of those people now.
Right.
Facts.
I didn't give a fuck. That place is still there. I tell him all the time, if I didn't go to Cobra for the next 6 months, guess what? When I go again, it's the same security guards. It's the same guys.
Same girls.
It's the same girls. It's the same drinks. It's the same prices for the most part. So my thing is like, what am I missing? What is there to lose out on? Why would I waste my fucking time with that when I can be with my girlfriend, at least, my girlfriend at the time, going to
At
fucking...
Cobra?
No. This nigga. No, I'm talking about my actual girlfriend, the one that I really give a fuck about.
Nah, I feel you.
And we were actually telling each other, hey, let's make sure we get these next 2 to 3 weeks off because we're going to go on a vacation to go to the Bahamas.
Vacation.
You know what I'm saying? That. Or we're going to, you know what? Another thing. What I would much rather do, what I would much rather look forward to is telling y'all, when y'all have your families and everything, like I know you already have yours, but when you get yours, telling y'all, you know what? 4th of July is coming up. I got a big enough house. Tell bring your kids, bring everybody. I got a house big enough 10 fucking families can come up and we can all party and do some shit like that. Rather than wasting money at Cobra or Zuma or Scottsdale or whatever.
Right.
Like those are the things. That's what I look forward to. Right. Not that bullshit. So to me, it's like trying to explain that to somebody. It's like it's hard.
You're
it's
talking
really
Hebrew.
well, no, it sucks to say this, but I can't show you that. I can't show you the vision.
Yeah.
I can't force you to see some shit you don't want to see. If you don't want to see it, then that's on you. But then that's when you gotta have the power, you know, like you're in your situation, you gotta have the power to walk away. And it's gonna hurt and it's gonna suck. And then eventually, like I said, at some point in time, that person will realize, for better or for worse, damn, maybe that was the right person. Maybe that was the right person at the wrong time, but it was somebody that, you know what, if I had them right here in front of me, I would have done everything right.
It would have been different.
It would have been different, and we would have done everything that we should have done. But now, instead of that, I got to move on to the next thing, and maybe the next thing isn't as great as what that could have been.
Yep.
You'll never know that because you kind of fucked it up, and you got to take that. So that's why I feel like I said, I think it's more for guys. I think guys are the ones that put themselves in those situations than women. And I feel like I said, guys, a lot of the times that's what happens. And there's a lot of friends that I have. I'm not talking about you guys. There's a lot of other friends that I have that they have wives or they got girlfriends or they're engaged. And to this day, they still talk about other girls that they used to date. And it's kind of weird, but like I think a lot of it comes from the fact that it's like, damn, like you never let it go. There was something that, you know, that one girl had that this one doesn't. But because you fucked it up or you somehow, some way, you didn't do things the right way like you should have. And this is where you're at.
You're here.
You know what I mean?
With the wrong puss.
Yeah.
Or you know what? It could just be a blessing too. You know, there's probably a reason why shit didn't work out for you guys. You know, at the end of it.
Yeah.
There is. You know? I mean, back to what I was saying too. Sorry to cut you off. I just blame it. Anyways,
we're trying to be serious. We gotta be serious. Go ahead.
What I was saying is that even like sometimes you get that feel too. Like even if it's like I said, I've dated and I always wanted to get married, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Whether I live with her or not, or just dated for a long time and stuff like that. Fam, I've dated for, you know, a while with this girl, whatever. You know, back in my mind, I was like, it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like I'm with her, I'm here, whatever. It just doesn't feel right to make that next move. Yeah. You know what I mean? And out of nowhere, it ended. You know what I mean? And it took me a while to move on and stuff like that, but I moved on. You know what I mean? I'm in a better place. I'm happy. I was able to get my family started. I'm in a better place financially with my time, with everything. You know what I mean? I'm happy now. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So I think that I want to say 100% of me is happy that I didn't make a move then and I made it now, honestly. You know what I mean? And like I said, at the time I was fucking going through it, fam. I was upset. I was depressed. I was sad. You name it. You know what I mean? But then again, it could get better. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be like it doesn't always have to be that shitty ass part and stuff like that. Everybody goes through that shitty ass part. Depression, you know, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, it's just it happens. But all I'm saying is that it could get better. Whether it's with that person, whether you didn't think things through, whether you can see things differently now, whether you got a different perspective from somebody else or whatever. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it could get better. We're human beings. We're always trying to improve. We're always trying to be better, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's always better to build somebody other than changing other people.
And do I think men settle for who we could get at the end of it? No, because you just got to keep on dating and see if you could land the girl what you call your dream of your life. You know.
See, that's the thing. I want to say this for a different podcast. So the thing that me and you go back and forth about.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about it now, we could.
Y'all do it right now.
Let's do it.
So obviously, you always tell me like, you know, I gotta get it out of my head that there's no such thing as a perfect girl, which I fully admit I'm not perfect. So why would I be searching for that, right? So my thing is that what me and Israel always go back and forth on is that Israel thinks that it's better to be with somebody and help mold them to who you want them to be or mold them to what you think they should be.
Right.
Rather than dating somebody that's already quote unquote like stuck in their ways, and it's harder for you to not change them, but you know, mold them to what you think you guys need to be in order for things to work. My thing is, and what I've learned through my relationships is like a lot of things that they have in common, it comes from the household. So a lot of the issues that I've dealt with them, it comes from the fact that either their parents weren't there, or if they were, they didn't do a good job. And it turns into this thing where it's like, you know, a lot of them talk shit to me about you're not my dad or whatever. But the funny thing is that it's kind of what you need.
It depends what they say.
It's kind of what you need, because my thing is, it's like, I'm supposed to be your man. I'm supposed to be your boyfriend. Right? So I can lead by example, and you could follow me, and instead of making things difficult, you could just
join.
You could just take part in what I'm trying to show you. And if you trust me and you love me that much, then there shouldn't be no reason why following my lead
should be a problem.
Exactly. But that's not the way it works.
It does not.
Right? So my thing is that that's a big reason why my patience is very much tested.
You have no patience.
I don't. But the reason why is because I used it on a lot of them. When I had patience.
It's you guys' fault.
It is.
This is why I'm not dating, dog.
Oh, but my thing
this is why I'm not dating, because I got to deal with his ass.
But my thing is,
with friends like you, I don't need enemies.
You're welcome.
So my thing is, like, I try my hardest to be understanding. I try my hardest to be empathetic. I try my hardest to really put the effort into helping whoever it is that I'm with grow and mature, as well as me. I got to do the same thing too.
Right.
I'm working twice as hard. I'm doing 2 jobs at once because I got to worry about me and I got to worry about you.
That's true.
So right?
Yeah.
But again, nobody talks about that. I'm not looking for credit. I don't look for that shit. I do it because
I'll give you credit.
No. But my thing is that they think sometimes that I do.
Right.
I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I genuinely care about you. I genuinely love you.
Exactly.
So my thing is that there's that aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the shit that I've been fighting for the last, I don't know how many fucking
since you were born.
Pretty much. And then the other part that I've never really experienced is that there's the more grown, established, mature woman that maybe she does have her own issues. She has her own baggage, right? And because she's so, well into her years, there's not really much growth.
You can't say shit.
There's not really much that's going to change her mind
Yep.
because she's already accepted that this is who she is.
This is who
she
is.
thinks that she's already grown enough and this is what it is.
Exactly.
And I can understand what you're saying when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is that shouldn't be what it's about. It should be about you want to grow together.
Exactly.
It should be about you guys want to be on the same level.
That's true.
It's not about, I just want to act out, or I just want to be immature because I don't give a fuck, or, I just like being toxic because it's fun. Like, nah, that's not really fun.
It's not, and you touch a lot of the points where it's just like, fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
But
It's like
I
feel a lot of
100%.
PTSD felt in this camera right now.
I feel you, fan. But at the end of the day, and our argument is that
Yeah.
you view it as if like nah, like it's just you want to do it your way, and for them to follow as of like what I mean. I think it's just I can't. You got to understand something like, and we talk about it all the time. You good?
I'm good.
You want a beer?
Nah, I got you one.
That's you. You got to understand that
This motherfucker turning red.
You okay?
I'm good. I'm good. Good.
Are you sure you're breathing?
Yes.
All right, keep going.
It was
But
that
we
nasty bitch in Sacramento, huh? Is that what it was? Yeah, I told you. Yeah. Go ahead, I'm listening.
What we talk about all the time is just that this society is fucked up, fam. This kids nowadays is just different. Like they're raised different. Like they don't have a father figure. Like luckily for me, I was able to grow with my dad and my mom. And there's people that sometimes they have their dad around, but it's not that everybody sees a father figure very differently. You could view it. It depends how you feel about it, but you could view it as a person that you hate, or somebody that you love, somebody that is very firm, somebody that is. There's multiple ways to view a dad, not a mom. I saw my dad more of a strong figure, more of a strict dad at home. So, and my mom was more loving. So you gotta have a balance when it came down to that. And I'm for one side, I'm very grateful for my parents because they play that role very well. My dad was very firm. He was more of the hand of the house, and my mom was like, no, like more of a talking session. My dad was like, no, and if you didn't listen after that, it was like spank, like you getting after that. You know what I mean? So it was very strict. We learned that too. We learned how to be, follow through. There's people that. Not everybody lives your life. Not everybody has been through what you've been through. And that's what I was telling you the other day. Like, you got to understand that some parents are around, but they're not really around, if that makes sense. Some parents are strict, but they're not really strict. Some parents are soft, but they're not really soft. Like, it's just doesn't really make sense, but it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Or some parents are around, but they're not really around. At the end of the day, you got to understand that. And there is something you're always going to see that you have your both of your parents. You're going to see that on the other person because there's something missing here.
I'm only going to say this because I get what you're saying, but this is the thing, and this is something that, like, maybe it's because I don't really talk about this. There's a lot of things that especially when it comes to relationships, I did not learn shit from my parents. And the reason why is because my dad wasn't necessarily the best partner, and my mom isn't really affectionate. Now the thing is that I could use it as an excuse.
Right.
I could be
That's true.
I could be a fucking asshole, and I could just be, a shitty boyfriend or a shitty husband or whatever, right?
Yep.
But rather than looking at it like that, I knew what I didn't want. I knew what I shouldn't be.
Right.
So taking those pieces and building upon it, like in this relationship that I was in, I never occurred to me. I would see it, but it never occurred to me about buying the shit that I bought when it came to like flowers. When it came to doing certain things, because I never really had to. I never really thought about it, and it was never really a thing for me.
Right.
And again, you learn things as you go. You mature and you understand better as you go through shit. But I was never going to let the fact that, well, I never saw my dad do that for my mom, or I never saw my mom do this shit for my dad, or no, I'm not going to do all that.
Right.
I know right from wrong, and when you know better, you need to do better. So as soon as I started learning more about in the middle of that relationship, I made it a choice. Okay, I'm going to try to do better. It doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect. It doesn't mean I'm not going to fuck up. Right. But I'm putting in the effort, and I'm not making excuses.
Right.
And that's the thing, is that's the part that, again, I can sympathize with you. I understand that if you don't even have your parents, you're way behind the 8 ball. I get that. There's gonna be a lot of trauma. There's gonna be a lot of bullshit. There's gonna be a lot of hard lessons. I get that. I really do. But if you got somebody here that is trying to show you the way, or they're trying to just help you out,
they don't see it.
No, they don't see it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if you got somebody there and you're not stupid, you can comprehend what they're telling you, and you know what they're telling you makes sense. It's that simple. You're going to have to do it anyway. Right. Unless you want to be like what Nico was talking about. Unless you want to be the fucking bum-ass people that you hang around with, or the bum-ass people that you see all the time at the same places that we go to sometimes, Cobra. So it's like, if that's what you want to do, by all means. But if you want to be something more than that, if you want to be better than what your parents were, and you want to be something that you know that eventually in the long run you're gonna want, like a family, like all that other shit,
You gotta
then
do
get
things
on
right.
it.
Yeah.
Work on it. Let's get to it. Let's
You
stop
got-
bullshitting.
Right. You got to understand something, Moses, that, I mean, we could go back all night kind of thing, but
Yeah.
you got to understand something. I've learned this from this older gentleman or whatever. We used to work together back at FlexPrint or whatever.
Yep.
And, you know, I was driving, I was showing the route and stuff like that. And he was telling me or whatever. I was like, you know, just do this. After this, you got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. And I got so mad because he was telling me like, no, I want to do this. I was like, dude, it's common sense. Like that's what goes after that or whatever. He's like, I don't know where you come from. I don't know you like that or anything like that. But you got to understand something, that not everybody has common sense.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
When he said that to me, I was
Yeah.
like, damn. I was like, what?
You pretty much just told you he's a dumbass.
Not.
Oh, that's what I picked up from that.
That's yes, 100%. But think about it a little bit more than that.
Nah, I feel you.
Take a moment and think about what the fuck he just said. Not everybody has common sense, meaning the way you see things. Not everybody's gonna see like you. You could be like, this is a glass. Be like, nah, this is a tempered glass with the, you know what I mean, or this is something else with the different wording, but it's the same shit. If you think about it, you know what I mean. Like,
I get you. Not everybody's built the same. I get that.
Right.
But this is my problem. This is my problem. It's one thing to say that, but it's a whole other. You know right from wrong. It's not.
Damn.
There's
not everything. Again, we could go back and forth.
Right.
You and I can relate to a lot of shit you're saying. Most of it, if not all, I can relate to it. Trust me.
Fuck what y'all building? Hold on. That this motherfucker had to do. What the hell were y'all doing that he couldn't comprehend?
I was explaining him to.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We had to install cartridges for the printers out there in Scottsdale or whatever. We had to install cartridges, and sometimes we needed to tag the printers and stuff like that. There is a way to clean the printer the way you don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just common sense.
No wonder shit was getting fucked up because of his ass on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm showing them the route or whatever. Fam, it's just you take out the cartridge, you know, put the vacuum or whatever. Nah, he didn't want to use the vacuum because he thought it was gonna ruin the aesthetic and stuff. I was like, look, we could go back. Like, I got mad. I was like, bro, that's the way they want us to do it because people are already used to that. They want to hear the vacuum. I was like, if you don't want to vacuum the inside, just turn it on the way they know you're vacuuming the fucking inside. If you want to slack on your job, that's fine. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna show you the right way. You do whatever the fuck you want to do after I'm done training you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's up to you. And that's when I got mad. I was like, no, you got to do it. He's like, nah, like it just doesn't make sense because the rag is supposed to like a lint fucking cloth or whatever. If you swipe it, it's pretty much it takes all the fucking residue from the cartridge and stuff like that. Point is, I got mad because this motherfucker wasn't really listening. He was just like, nah, like I don't feel like I should. I was like, bro, who the fuck is here to tell you? Like, you're telling me when I'm supposed to be training you, what the fuck you supposed to do? You know what I mean? So it was just back and forth kind of thing. It was just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just common sense. You know what I mean? And he's like, you gotta understand, like, not everybody has common sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
like,
But
fam, like,
I see that more though. Like, my thing is like, I see that more being valid when I had to talk to people about why I work so much. There's a difference. I think to
Right.
me, it's like there's a difference in the fact that it's like I can't show you why it's important to sacrifice now so you can have shit later.
right.
I tell people, and I've told people this recently, I'm willing to do things that people don't want to do right now so I can have shit that not everybody has.
Right.
You want to sit and you want to bullshit, that's on you.
Exactly.
You do that.
Exactly.
I'm not about that.
Right.
I used to be, but I had the time. I don't have time no more.
Right.
And on top of that, it bothers me. Certain things I take personally. I don't want to die and my mom is still working. I don't want to die and my dad is still working. I don't want to die and my niece doesn't have more for herself set up for the future. I don't want to die and not leave whoever it is that I care about better off than when I left. That to me matters.
Right.
Not the bullshit
It should, yeah.
that you see on social media, not the bullshit that like a fucking list about where not to take your girl on a fucking date. not that shit.
Not your house.
So my thing is that those type of things, I understand because we're not all built the same. We all don't give a fuck. Not everybody's meant. The unfortunate part, some people are meant to be pizza delivery boys. The earth needs pizza delivery boys. That's
nothing
fine.
wrong with that.
We need
There's nothing wrong with
landscaper.
that.
We need
You need people that work at McDonald's. That's
Yeah.
fine. But guess what?
You're
That ain't
not
me.
out. Yep.
That ain't gonna be me.
Right.
And if you want that, and that's all you think that life is worth, buddy, have a fucking blast. I hope you love it every fucking day. If that's what you love to do, by all means. I would fucking shoot myself in the head if that's what I end up being.
Right.
Because I can't settle for that.
Right.
So my thing is that those type of conversations, I hear what you're saying. But going back to what we were talking about earlier, for me, again, if you know better, because you can understand what I'm telling you. You tell me you understand. You tell me you value these certain things about me. You tell me that. I ain't putting no words in your mouth. You telling me this shit, right?
Right.
If that's the case, clearly you get where I'm coming from. So if you know better, do better.
Yeah.
And like I said, don't take that person for granted, guy or girl. Don't take those people for granted, because I promise you, one day you're gonna see what it's really like, and when you see it, and you may not tell that person, but it's gonna hit you, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have done that differently. I should have listened to that fucker when he was talking to me.
Yeah.
I should have done that, and I knew I should have, but I fucked it up. And now you gotta live with that. And that's your fault.
That's on you.
That's on you.
That's true.
And now you gotta settle for whatever's out there. Good luck.
Different niggas.
And
Hey.
that definitely could be
Cold
a lesson
world.
for guys out there, guys and girls, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all said.
So
Yeah, man. It's true. 100%. I mean, I can't agree any more than that. And honestly, just to finish this off or whatever, I can't emphasize it more. Like, just to, at the end of the day, you gotta be with the person you love, the person you want to be with.
yeah.
You want to work with that person, do it. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the world says. Doesn't matter what your friends, family. It don't matter, fam. It really doesn't.
No,
you
I
know
get
what I
it.
mean? And
Yeah.
and a lot of times we could get, blinded by other people's decision or other people's point of view and stuff like that. This is not to make anybody think differently of what you already think, or this is just our point of view and our arguments. We just wanted to brought it up to you guys, and it's just my point of view, how I see things, and this is how you see things, and this is the way Nico see things. You know what I mean?
Fuck y'all. If y'all don't take our advice, that's your fucking
See, this
fault.
is what I mean. Right?
This is the
No,
problem.
honestly,
You
though,
are
it's
the
like-
problem. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I mean, it's good advice from both sides, you know.
But it's
I
like
take from that.
it's like something that he always says, and he's always right about this. Just one thing.
the only thing probably.
The one thing. Everybody has bullshit. Everybody does. Everybody has their problems. Everybody has their baggage. Everybody
100.
has their trauma, whatever it is. At the end of the day, I hate that we say that so much. You pick and choose whose bullshit you want to put up with. Whatever you
Yep.
deem is worth it, go for it.
Go for it.
Even if all your friends tell you don't fuck with that girl, if for whatever reason, even if your family, in which that's a tough one because
That's tough, yeah.
family matters a lot.
Yeah.
But if you truly love that guy or that woman, go for it. Because
Go for it.
the thing is that at the end of the day, you live life once. You only get one chance at this shit.
YOLO.
And not to be corny, but it's like you got to do what you love. And if people tell you you're crazy, then you're crazy. And sometimes the person that you love will tell you that you're crazy. But if you have that kind of faith and you really believe in that, then by all means, you got to see it through until the very end. And if even at the end, even if it doesn't work out, at least you know you gave it everything you could. But don't ever think for 1 second that, everything is going to be perfect. It's not.
It's
Love
not.
is very ugly. There's a
Very.
lot of bullshit. There's a
Very.
lot of things that are going to go wrong. But stick with it. Work hard. I promise you, anything on this earth that is worth having, you have to work for it.
When it's worth it, it's worth it.
You have to.
Yep.
And just don't be done with yourself at the end of the night. You know, learn when to back away at the end of it. You know,
That's true.
learn how much you could take. You know, like
Be patient.
and
Patient is very
definitely
big on that.
it definitely could be the person you love the most that be hurting you the worst,
Yeah.
and you just can't see it
You're
because you're
vulnerable
blinded.
to that person. Yeah.
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 So just be aware. You know, at the end of it.
Well, I think we gave a lot of knowledge today.
Damn.
I think we were pretty deep. I learned how to clean a printer. Yeah. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and tell your mom.
Peace.